form and spirit. Release. Focus. Allow me obliterate form and spirit. Release. Shift. An open cycle of yin and yang. Scatter. Focus. Obliterate form and spirit. Release. Focus.
What kind of fun job have you got me into this time? I'll give you a hand.
Is the concert starting?
Bear witness to the noble principles of the Endfield family.
Good lord, man. I do not feel well.
Yeah. Clear your mind. Solid hit. Score one for me. Strike in an instant. You can't run. I see your weakness. Adjust your breathing. Blink your strikes to score.
Spencer.
Only a flurry of thrusts. Healing sentence fired up. Yeah. Okay. Bang on. You're on the road. Better buckle up. It's time to settle this. Focus on the target. I'm cruising now. Good work, Piper.
Next one. After that, I think I understand how to use armor. Sambi. I think I understand how to use Sambi.
It's time. Off balance. Now you pay. Wide open. What you deserve.
All right, I'll try.
Right on cue. Off balance.
Surprise.
Now you pay.
Stay focused.
A sound strategy. It won't back down.
Is our prey giving you trouble?
More incoming.
Beg for mercy. Scratch that. Too late.
Right on cue. It's time. Wide open.
Let's play a little. Surprise. All right, it's over.
Sound strategy.
Yep. Not the best rotations in the world, but it is what it is. It's an honest day living, honest day's work.
That'll teach ya. Copy that. My turn, my turn. Stage is mine. Let our souls resonate.
Action. Yeah. Last night wasn't great, dude. I'm feeling it right now. After a fucking year.
Time to sharpen my claws.
I don't know what to say about yesterday.
An opening. Fracture.
Yeah.
Time to act.
Watch out. They're strong, yeah?
Oh man. What do I say? Well, right now I don't feel well. But
You don't have what it takes.
emotionally I also don't feel well.
You can't escape.
So so how are you doing? How are you doing this morning? Look at me get the S rank action. You hypey? I know, forget it. Forget it. Alright, look at me get the S rank now, action. Are you happy? Are you proud of me? You just got off work, bam, S rank. Okay. I didn't get what I needed. I never get what I need. So you plan to play Endfield? Sure, okay. Uh uh just like what you said just remind me of yesterday. Just think so. But yeah. Life can be depressing sometimes. Ulam Heights. Ah, it's a long story, I guess. Oh, story. Like, I'm very into politics and religion. Oh my god, look how thick this woman is. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why is she playable? Oh my god. Oh, this cheered me up a little bit, though. Alright, you probably noticed, I'm by myself a lot. And I'm quite comfortable with that, huh? It is Su Shang. She even fights like her from Honkai Impact. But it's Sun Shang. Shun Shang. She's an N in there. S-H-U-N. I'm gonna vent a little bit if you don't mind. But as I said, you realize I'm by myself a lot, right? Have you pieced that together? Have you combined those facts? This is the one from Honkai Impact. Exactly. So yesterday, my friends decided, hey, let's get together. And I'm beginning to me being by myself is kind of explained by how yesterday went and why I don't like to be around many people. So it kind of just reminded me why I'm by myself. Because man, the discussions yesterday were so depressing for me. My friends say some interesting things, some very supportive things about Trump. So this is her cast in her burst. This is Honkai Impact 3rd. And she stands on a sword. She rains down swords and then she stands on a sword. And then we had a long discussion about politics. I ate raw meat because we went to a they went to some fucking place. What is it called? We went to this restaurant because they wanted Thai food. Yeah, basically for them the food was too spicy. And for me, my food came out raw. So yeah, this is basically how this place looks. So we basically, yeah, because in a Caucasian culture, they like your food rare. So they let their food right to the edge of almost still unedible. And me not being familiar with how, cause I don't really take do medium rare, and usually the waiter would ask me how I like it done. I decided to order the steak because it's not much I can eat, because for Thai food most of it has peanuts, which is not the best in my stomach. Rice, which I'll get again, that's a pretty much common Asian dish, rice. So for the most part, the menu was just not to my liking. That beef doesn't taste bad, it just doesn't taste anything savory. But yeah, for the most part, we talked about politics and religion. It was quite quite depressing hearing how pro-Trump black guys are. I'm like, you motherfuckers are black? Why you over here repeating racist shit about slavery? Only like, oh, small percentage of the population owns slaves. Because usually that's brought up when people want to talk about reparations. Because they say, oh, only a small percentage of Americans own slaves, but you don't understand that the reason why reparation work is the same reason police brutality work, which is funny because when the same person bringing that stuff up, understand you could sue the state for police brutality, you don't sue the individual. You don't sue the individual police, you sue the state. But all these rhetorics are the right-wing politics being spouted by black men. And then the top, so it was quite a long day for me. And it was 5 of us and 3 of them pretty much. And then the 4th one pretty much is super deep into Christianity. But I think it's not a big deal. He at least understands politics. Did not repeat Republican bullshit. But the other three don't. They seem to have bought into Trump's bullshit. Yeah, you're all black. What does that mean? What does that have to mean? What does it mean? Being rude? You're saying calling them black is rude? Just like I called you American? Nah, that's fine. I was yeah, so and now I don't know if it's a raw meat, but I'm feeling it. I'm not feeling 100%. To be fair, I wasn't feeling 100% a couple days ago either. Should bribe these kids to call her lady instead of little girl. I mean, like, stereotype. What's the stereotype? What about religion? It's just conversation. Basically, nothing. It's just people are very adamant about their religious beliefs, as they should. That's part of the territory. But that's not really a big deal to me. But it was nonetheless quite interesting. I did gain some insightfulness because one of the friends was the one whose daughter died. And while having a discussion, I was able to pick his brain because usually when somebody has somebody close to them die, and especially in his case, his daughter, it was very insightful to see how he rectified her death and God. Because usually people fall into depression where they're like, they try to look at the, I guess they try to look at the situation in a way where they see what they could have done better, what could have happened, and many times people blame God for the death of somebody close to them. So I was able to pick his brain about that one. So that was quite interesting. No. No, I'm not. My ping is just garbage. My ping is just poo-poo. But yeah, basically my takeaway from that is that I see why I keep to myself. I've never been able to change these guys' minds, so save my life. And I'm guessing that subconsciously I acknowledge that. So I don't. So what does the stream look like? Is it bad? Let's say the ping is garbage. Maybe I have to just get off YouTube. No, it's not YouTube. It is. It's the other one. Basically, this is the character who is going to be trying to sell us next patch. The Angel of Delusions. So what you asked about the Asia ZZZ thing. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit disillusioned when it comes to people. Well, and finding like-minded people like myself. And even then, like, am I really a person that is fun to be around with? Maybe not. It was quite a reminder of sorts. Oh man. Yeah. For some reason the stream is fine. The stream is green, but the everything else, ZZZ is right. Maybe it's Endfield saying no Hoyo games now. Since you downloaded Endfield, it's somehow fucking up all the Hoyo games. It's kind of forced, though, yeah. Yeah. The stream would again. I could have civilized conversations. I could have civilized conversations. That's not an issue. It's more about I don't know. Because at the end of the day, we're still having fun when we're playing games. It's just that when you bring up politics and religion, things get depressing. And the reason why it gets depressing for me is mostly about the fact that I have this idea that the world could be a better place if we were just better people. But the way politics and religion work is that people no longer care about the facts and how facts can be manipulated to push certain narratives, and then it's so hard to break those up. Once those narratives have been built, it's so hard to tear them down. And all the while that you're trying to break down their narratives, you're trying to also figure out whether or not you are also influenced by these bad narratives. Like a discussion yesterday, I got because usually when I have these discussions, I try to be as factual as possible, and I made a couple mistakes. And the reason why I noted their mistakes was because I came home and immediately fact checked myself. Because it's not so much about being right in the moment. It's also being truthful and being correct on the facts. And that's kind of something I try to do because I know I get things wrong. And I've seen many people get things wrong. So I try to fact check myself. And so... somehow it's both depressing and not. In the sense that I've come to terms with it a long time ago. But it's still depressing to see that this idea of Trump losing influence is just not happening. At least for the immediate, for the present. I don't mind you speak anything because you can hold a conversation and are respectful, but I can say for that for anyone else. Because I am quite ignorant in such topics and don't really I'll discuss something I don't know, yeah. It is fine. It's not like no. But yes, at this point, what I'm really reflecting on is me and how I fit into this world. This landscape of things. Because like deep down, I don't really consider myself a stereotypical black person. And I guess I don't really act like one because older white gentlemen are, they see me as one of them. As in, I am one of the good blacks of sorts. That they could just strike a conversation with me. The older white men I'm referring to. They see me as somebody that they could see themselves in. But many times these guys are Republicans. And then, as you can probably tell, I'm a Democrat, at least in the sense of politics and policies, I should say. I'm more aligned with the Democrat belief, while many times they're aligned with the MAGA belief. So I'm not really a person that gives off stereotypical black energy. And because of that, I've had many insightful conversations. But at the end of the day, we can't really change each other's mind. But I also feel I don't relate to others in any way, and I'm always outcast everywhere. I think I'm learning to be okay with that. Everything is weird. Well, it's really about certain things. Because one time I had a conversation with a guy that came by my stream. I was doing song requests a long time ago. It's just song requests, like people just dropped by. That was when I used to get the most random people. And he just stopped by, and he was basically black pilled. I don't know if you're familiar with black pill. The idea that they hate misogyny. Basically what makes him MAGA, like Asmongovier. He had a ton of guns. He clearly didn't like his mother. I think was Hispanic. And his father was white. Like it's like a red pill but worse. Like it's a more toxic version of red pill where like black pill's like people that would shoot up places. Who will lash out at the world physically. You're like right next to emo. You're like emo and red pill combined. Extremely spirit-driven extension of red pill, suggesting for certain men inability to find romantic. It's predetermined by genetics, physical traits such as height, bone structure, therefore immutable. Hopelessly fatalist. Believe there's no amount of self-improvement. Gem can change their status, leading to lie down and rot. Destiny is entirely dictated by genetics and looksism. Yeah. He's clearly a white guy that basically is part Hispanic, that grew up in a white community. So I don't really understand that environment to relate to him at the time. But the way he spoke was definitely depressing. And it calls back to a moment where I saw this right-wing pundit crying. I also shed a tear because hearing the story, because all these guys want is a woman. Of course, they're probably striking for the very toxic woman. Because a lot of times guys are like, oh, these girls only go for toxic guys, not realize they themselves are only going for toxic women. Because guys are like, oh, girls only go for the one type of guy. And he's like, yeah, guys also only go for the one type of girl. Or whichever girl. Like, the kind of girl guys go for tend to be the same. It's just that it's not societally normal for a girl to sleep around. So she's not gonna be as promiscuous. And then when she is promiscuous, she's gonna be judged. And stuff along that line. But the point of the matter is that the guys are like, oh, girls only go for 6-foot guys and blah 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 blah. And then girls are like, guys only go for thin or big boobs or big butt or whatever. Big is in right now for girls. So you kind of always just end up in the same situation where a few guys get a lot of attention and a few girls get a lot of attention. Because for some reason guys pretend like below average women don't exist and aren't also isn't like any typical black guy from there. I seriously don't relate to most small guys or even indie guys. But I guess but I don't know, not that it's changed anything in my social situation. It's probably worse every day. Oh man. So that's kind of the thing where we differ. Because the reason, how do I say this? I get attention from women. I don't really struggle with getting attention from women. Multiple times I've been stopped on the street and gotten attention from women. I clearly have friends. The thing is, the way I am is a self-isolationist. So that is why I don't feel the black pill, I don't feel the red pill, I don't feel isolated, I don't feel the despair of being alone. Because it's one that I personally choose to a certain extent. I would love to be working right now, but given the way I feel, it's just so fucking... I feel so sick right now. And that's just something that, while I am in a situation that could make it seem like relatable, but it's not. And that's just the reason I brought the black pill, because he's telling the story, because clearly he doesn't get attention from women. Never did. But I know for a fact that, yes, in this situation, it seems like me and him are in the same situation, but we're not. Like, no girl I've ever interacted with, most girls I've interacted with sexually has been through their insistence. It's never been me trying hard to do anything. And that's kind of the issue with this whole thing here is that I think to myself, would I be in the same situation if I never had the experiences I had? And the answer is yes. And how do I talk somebody down from that depression? Because I've never been there. Just like I can relate to the white guy in it. I can't relate to this level of isolation where you just never felt the warmth of being people going out their way to wanting to get to know you. Yeah. I don't really know what you look like, actually. But the point of the matter is girls going out their way to chase you down. Three years I've been streaming. Yeah, I also get treated badly. Don't get that. Don't get that twisted. I get treated badly a lot. I'm also broke, so it's not like I'm the ideal guy. That's kind of part of the reason. So I get treated badly too, though. But that basically what I'm trying to say, that I face both sides is what I'm trying to illustrate. And because I have that balance, I'm able to feel that my god, am I having a fever or something? I'm burning up right now. You're beyond unhealthy. Like certain things you could change because again, it's hard to like because the number one thing is fitness. That's the number one thing. You getting fit, losing weight, and all that good stuff. And that's what I like to recommend. That's what I would recommend every single time. But people have different circumstances and stuff along that line. And then you being unhealthy, I don't really know if that's so. And then it doesn't really justify people treating you wrongly. But again, because the reason why I'm so hesitant is because it's easy for somebody who doesn't really feel that they're welcome in certain places to be like, oh yeah, let's do this and that, and it's easy. And you get all the attention in the world, but is it really that easy? And I guess this kind of goes back to the black pill thing. And what I was struggling with when I was talking to the kid, or the adult at that point, about his situation. It was just really saying, because it's easy for a handsome guy or somebody who's successful, sleeping with hundreds of women, to be like, oh, let's do this and that, and then you're solved. Like this and that is easy to do. Because they're just talking out their asses at that point, because they didn't really do this and that. They just grew up with the right genetics. And all that bullshit. And have the right symmetry that the girls find attractive. But other than that, it's not really much else to it. And you're put in a position to help them grow to be able to like be able to attract women and have these wild encounters with many different women. So when that person's giving you advice and they were just born that way, does it really mean anything? Like one time, like I think back to my high school days, like I was a loser in high school. I would barely go because I didn't really fit in. But something kept happening to me in high school that I didn't really pick up on until years later. I would just go to class, right? I never really picked up on it until years later. I would go to class, right? I would stand in front of the, basically the way high school worked, you would go from class to class. And I would just stand there waiting for the class to get out and me to get in, my class to get in. So there's two things going on for me at the same time. So I'm a loser in high school, but I'm cool in church. Church I'm cool, but loser in high school. So, but in high school something kept happening and I didn't really piece it together until years later. Because again, I'm a loser. Why would this happen to me? So a girl will come out of the class while I was entering the class. So say she was in 11th grade A, I'm in 11th grade B. So we're both in the same grade. I'm coming out of class, she's coming out of class, and I'm going into, I'm waiting for her to exit. All the kids to exit, but I'm really focusing on her. And then for me to enter. So what happened? she would keep saying hi to me every single time, over and over, and I would say hi back, not thinking anything of it. I never thought anything of it. And then one day she just asked for a hug. She just asked for a hug out of nowhere. And I never thought anything of it. Not until years later, I'm thinking, say, what the why did that happen again? And then, I pieced it together because, dude, I'm a loser in high school. Why would a girl be interested in me in high school? Whereas if it happened in church now, I would have been on top of that.
Afternoon sun is. I'll be waiting for your next visit.
If it happened in church, I would have been on top of that. But in high school, I'm just like, I really don't have much because my clothes are bad in high school. It's not so much bad, it's just not my clothes. I wasn't dressed well in high school for anyone to be interested. For me to think, anyone would be interested in me. And even then, like, I have no confidence. Well, lack of experience, yeah. Now I at least know what to expect because online conversations, most I don't really have any close friendship with girls. Neither do I. I have none. I have a girl that's a friend on my my Genshin account that I used to mess with, but I'm not really like trying to do anything there. In terms of self-hate that would stop me from, yeah, I relate as well. In that way. Because the things I talk about are the most are the best icebreakers. Like politics and religion are things I'm very passionate about. Yeah, I also lose over for teachers. I guess when in the day the death of you and me is her internal monologue. Yeah. But the difference is like you clearly want it. I don't really care for it. And there's nothing wrong. Because I do appreciate the conversations we have and the interactions we have. Like I love being on Twitch. I love the small interactions we have with me, Federal, you, Laksha, Evelyn and Murder Maid. Sometimes other people stop by. I appreciate them. Nonetheless, because look at me, I get to be open. I get to share stuff with people who are a complete stranger with me. Like I'm having basically you're my therapist in this situation. I get to vent. Now these are conversations I couldn't have with my friends because it's about my friends. It's about my disdain for their beliefs. So I could never have this conversation. About this situation. And there's a sort of it is a like it's a bit narcissistic when you talk about your encounters, but the reason I bring that stuff up is just to keep myself grounded, because it's easy for me to say workout, to do all this stuff, but for some people it's just easier to work out than others. Some people it's just easier to, but things just fall into their laps than others, and that's just a fact. And if I don't account for the things that are easy for me, it just could lead me to give up pointless advice. And just to understand where I'm coming from when I try to be as knowledgeable, as helpful as possible. Not so much, as I said before, I just want to give as full context to my situation as possible. Because a lot of people stop by a Gacha Gamer stream by himself, see me by myself, and think that I am a somewhat similar position, that we can relate to each other. That's the reason the Black Pill guy basically told me his entire life story because of that situation. And that's why I found it so fascinating, because yeah, because I'm not 5, because he's adamant about being 6 foot is the only way to get chicks, which I brought up because his friends have girlfriends, and I asked him if they were 6 foot, and he was like no, and I was just like, well, clearly you don't need to be 6 foot to get a girlfriend. But that didn't really change his mind. But that was really what opened my eyes to, and I asked myself, well, I'm by myself right now having a discussion with this guy. I have no girls in my life. Why don't I feel the same way about ladies as he does? And I realized it was all my positive experiences with women that helped me not have this jaded view. Again, I have negative experiences, but the negative experiences are also balanced out by the positive experiences. Because a lot of times, like, my understanding of it, because a lot of it's evolution, number one. You're probably Christian, you know, but in a sense, like nature, opposite nature, when it comes to the way women and men operate. Like, the worst thing that could happen to a man is being friend zone, where they go try to attract a woman, and the woman only sees it as friendship. Whereas the worst thing that could happen to a woman is a guy not committed. So in a set, so guys are looking for sex, and women are looking for commitment. Guys want to spread their seeds, and women want men that would take care of their children and stick around and raise a family. Well, dudes want to have as many kids as possible. Essentially, if you're given the option as a dude, you would want to have as many kids as possible. If you could attract 100 women, you would try to impregnate 100 women. Whereas for a woman, her desire is to attract the best, most ideal mate. And to be fair to women, like, that could be many things. It could be a wealthy guy, it could be a handsome guy, it could be a funny guy. Usually wealth, looks, and humor are things that the ladies value. Men will sleep with mostly anyone. But they would tend to marry girls that they view as wifeys. I'm not like that, near my. Not for the wealthy part. And the funny part is subjective, so my humor can be crude at times. Which might not be the most ideal for the ladies. But yeah. But yeah, the reason why I don't have that depression is because I've encountered both. I've seen the good and the bad of the opposite gender, and I understand that men are damn sure just as bad as women are. Women are just, because women are like, they're dealing with people who are stronger than them. And there's always that physical danger. Like, a woman's greatest danger is her partner. So it's really always there's that more fears to worry about. Physical violence, emotional violence. Like, women can be toxic, but more likely, and they could hit you as well. But more likely than not, it's gonna be the man. Statistically, it's gonna be the man who's more toxic, the more possessive, stuff on the line. So girls have their own things that they need to navigate, where guys might, on average, struggle, especially nowadays, to find a partner. Girls are able to, on average, not all girls of course, because many girls are struggling to find a partner. They could probably get more sexual experience or be more, find themselves more guys willing to date the average girl versus a girl willing to date the average guy. But if that is the guy just using them, And you can't really help nature because a guy is attracted to attractive woman, a girl's gonna be attracted to an attractive man. And if the guy's wealthy, the attractive girl could use him, like what so many girls on Twitch do. Where they're like, oh well, sub to me, buy my OnlyFans and stuff along that line, and many guys are falling into that trap. But like guys do the same dumb shit. Like girls are probably looking at guys the same way guys look at girls. When guys are like, oh, girls always go for the attractive, tall, 6-foot guy, and girls are like, why are you paying this girl $2,000 to look at their OnlyFans? But because we're guys, we don't really reflect on that to be like, we're just the same thing we're condemning ladies for. We're doing the same dumb shit. At these, those girls get to have IRL interactions with those guys that are at the clubs or have their race stuff along the line. They still get their sexual interaction, where as guys are just giving money for free, the simple over Twitch and OnlyFans girls that they don't even get to touch. We're 24, getting married in 2 years, or maybe 28. Oh shit. Yeah, all my friends are married, so I'm the only one not married, so yeah. But that doesn't bother me in the slightest. Of course, I also don't feel well, so that also I'm over here trying to focus on my health, which unfortunately is a roller coaster.
Swift yet still. Scatter. Shift.
But yeah, so oh, you know, yeah. What is there to regret? Because half of the relationship ends in divorce. Because the worst thing that the guy could do is run into a relationship with a woman that he doesn't love, or she doesn't love him, just because of that loneliness. And so many people feel that pressure.
Hello, Rep 2493.
If you want to, maybe.
Promise to tell me if anything's wrong, okay?
But yeah, people run into a relationship with the people that just for the sake of I feel lonely. Let me be with this person who I clearly have nothing in common with.
Promise. I'll give you a hand.
And let's have complete and utter arguments over this most trivial things. Just because how much time is gonna run to defense? Why couldn't that be a different piece? Answer me, Mr. Election. The difference between these two. Is this, what is going on here? Is this better?
Promise to tell me if anything's wrong, okay?
Yeah. Adoption. Or you would think I want the kid. Oh man. I don't really follow. The most thing I know about India is from Hassan Minaj and John Oliver. So it's basically what's his name again? What's the name of the guy? I want to say Mandani, but Mandani is the guy in New York. Huh? What is the president of India called? I don't really follow. The most I haven't kept up to date in Indian politics. It's a woman. Modi is the prime minister. Okay. The British colonies called him prime minister. Place just been occupied. Modi. I'm like, there's no way India elected a woman as president. Not Laksha's India. What is the worst thing? My bad interactions with women. The one that comes to my mind was my friend was talking to these girls. I was talking to him on the phone. He was with some girls, and he gave them the phone, and they pretty much, cause I'm not working, and they pretty much berate the shit out of me for not having money. That one will stick to my mind. Is that the worst interaction? Anything face to face? Oh yeah, in high school, I'm a loser again. I'm wearing a hoodie. This girl behind me, her pen ink ran out, and she basically just dropped her pen in my hoodie. I felt it. I didn't say anything at the time. I just took it out and put it aside. When she got up, I just reached the back of my hoodie and just took it out. What else? I remember. And most of it is just I guess I kind of was cock. Was it really? Not really. That wasn't really cock. What the?
Cleanup sequence initiated. Preparing for
I never was somebody who valued relationships that much.
Bring it.
I wasn't really looking for a relationship with ladies. Like girlfriend, boyfriend type of stuff. It's more just physical. Let's get physical. I don't know, maybe I'm a bit nihilistic in my worldview when it comes to everything, frankly, men and women.
Three moons converge.
I don't really make a distinction between stupidity. I think both genders are just as stupid at each other. Or the differences, cause you heard about the king situation, the king's man. The dude that was trying to do the Marvel Rivals thing and got completely screwed by his partners. Because the girls wouldn't want to switch off, or somebody in the team didn't want to switch off to Black Widow. And he was like, what the fuck, man? We trying to win this tournament or not? And you're like, nah, you're being toxic, we don't like you. We're kicking you out. What you think of my odds of marriage? So that situation is because the lady I saw it on Reddit where girls are like, well, I don't really know. What you think of my odds of marriage? You can ask me a question if you want. It's not. It's really about like to me to be married, to be eligible for marriage.
A new moon rises.
Like if you could try to be as healthy as possible, because the reason, from a nature standpoint, I assume women value physical aptitude, because you have to run around with kids all day. So not being healthy is a bad sign to be able to raise kids. Kids require your attention. They take away your sleep. They're very, very demanding. So if you're not somebody physically healthy, the ladies might pick up on that. Very likely will. If you don't look healthy, you don't look like if you don't look like you could run around with kids.
Add Astra. Thank
And I'm
you
not
for
saying that's the reason why they think the way they think, but I think
Add Astra.
it's a nature where looking healthy is important for both sexes. Because guys are looking for women with certain features. That means that woman is able to give birth to a healthy child. We don't say big boobs and big tits are going to do that. And we're not internalizing, but usually that's what that means. Having wide hips, or guys call them birthing hips, that we don't really think about it like that. We just know we're attracted to that shit. You're like, oh man, look at that girl. She looks like she could really feed 20 kids with those boobs. Like, we're not saying that shit. We're just like, hey man, her ass and tits are fat. I like what I see and I want it. So having money is important because you gotta also pay for kids. Diapers are expensive. You want a house because you want the kids to be raised in a good environment. That's what ladies gonna value. Like, she's not internalizing that. She's not thinking about that. All she knows is that you have money and she's gonna have a good time with you buying her stuff. But that you buying her stuff ties back into nature, where you have the money to then take care of her kids if that happens. Well, it's not a zero chance. Love still exists. Because love comes in many ways. It's hard, and even love. I remember I had a phase where I was listening to many psychologists or sociologists, and his way of describing things is that life is about settling. There's always somebody better out there for you. There's always a better pair of jeans, a better game out there you could be playing right now. There's always something better. But life is about finding appreciation in what it is that you have. Not meaning you have to settle for anything, but it's basically a balancing act of trying to find the best possible thing and understand, yes, there could be something better, but understanding, is it worth it to keep going out there and trying to find this thing? And the point I'm trying to make is that you could find that girl, and it might not be the girl you're most attracted to, but she could love you, and it's up to you to whether or not you want to settle for that. Because you could always, everyone could find out something that they're more attracted to. And it goes back to where guys are like, oh, girls only go for certain types of guys. But I think back to the girls that I'm attracted to, especially in high school. I was liking the exact same girls that all the other guys were liking. It wasn't like I was doing anything different. It was like I was liking the girl that wasn't getting attention. No, I was liking the girls that were already getting attention from all the guys. And that's the reason. And you see that in the same discussion where guys like girls want to go for the 6 feet guys, which really again highlight that these guys were going for the exact same girls. That's the guys with that were tall were going for. But the guys never realized that why me and the 6 foot guys are going for the same girls. Maybe I am just like them. Maybe I'm just like the girls I'm condemning, where we both go for what we find attractive. But you see, what does fix yourself really means? That's kind of where I found myself in a conundrum, because you could always fix yourself. At a certain point, you have to understand that confidence and experience is also important. Also, many guys try to fix themselves for decades, and it's like keep being improved. I can keep getting my account. Like, it's basically like trying to fight the first boss in a RPG game. You could either go fight the boss at level 10, or you could level up to level 20 and completely crush the boss. You can either grind out and have the perfect stats before you fight the boss, or you could, you know, have a decent amount of stats. So it's all about balance. And I can't give an answer for that because I haven't found the answer for that for myself. You know, if it's just me spitballing. Because I'm no different. I also try to find solace in my situation. Much like how I use NTR to justify not really trying to seek a partner. Because they're going to cheat with the guy with a 12-inch deck.
Surge.
So I also fall into these mindsets. Yeah. It means death, but fixing yourself is important because for many of these girls, day in, day out, they're fixing themselves 100%. They go up, they wake up in the morning, they put on their makeup, they put on their jewelry. They're trying, they do everything to make themselves attractive, to seek your attention. None of them just wake up looking like that, especially without popular makeup is, and that's expensive. So you really just like understand that you have to do work for yourself, on yourself, and put yourself out there. It's hard because there's no real guidebook for this. And especially a situation I find so difficult is that guys and girls are just naturally into different things. But then you have to make conversation with the opposite sex about stuff that they don't care about, and you don't care about. But because we're so starved for attention or interaction, we are willing to put up with each other's hobbies despite not enjoying them, simply because we want that interaction. We're willing to pretend to like stuff that we don't really like, just so we could have that interaction. And then over time, that interaction turns to resentment because you don't really give a fuck about what she's into, or she doesn't really give a fuck about what you're into. But she tried at the beginning.
Flow. A moonlit night
And then
for all.
we all just it's crazy, right? You get to this ring, back to daylight, back in this ring, night, daylight, night, daylight, night. Crazy. I think any character I've done that before. Not even Farina. Does Farina have a ring? No, Farina I think just follows you around. Her buff is on the screen, whereas Columbina buff is within a small area. I'm at 150 pulse. Whose birthday is it today? Kiara. By the way, I wonder if she already sells clothes suitable for a sea voyage. She better have some, I hope. Oh, the customers from Non-Cry? Interesting. Yeah, that's kind of some of the things I've learned or pick up on over the time I've been alive. It is what it is.
A new moon rises.
These wolves turn invisible? Or they just run away? They probably just run away. They ran away. I'm like, wait a minute, why did these wolves turn? Oh shit, I used my thing in the wrong place. Oh no, I completely forgot Stygian is back. Why didn't you say something, Lakshan? Yeah, it's not really wise. It just... I don't know, because anything you hear me saying is really just second-hand information that I picked up while going through my own journey of self-discovery. But I was fortunate enough to have the experiences I had to not make me jaded. Because without those experiences, I would have been jaded.
Defensive mode.
100%.
Bring it.
Observe. Night falls.
Everything, unfortunately, is just circumstances. It's depressing. But those people not having those experiences lead to them essentially becoming hateful.
Insulation chain.
And all I did was luck
Be silent.
into
Observe.
circumstances
Do
that helped me.
fear the dark.
Whole bunch of circumstances lined up. Because I was going down a dark path. I was basically by myself most of the time in high school. But then I went to church. And I saw a whole new world. Basically, church is what changed my perspective on things. Cause these fuckers were promiscuous as fuck. And if I stayed in high school was my only thing, I would have been jaded. So I could tell the exact moment in my life that things changed for me. And that's kind of why I'm so... Well, I think I'm so grounded when it comes to this discussion. So now, I've been in church since I was born, but I went to a specific church where I met a specific friend who basically, I would say, defined who I am, in the sense that a lot of my enjoyment, music, anime, video games, my ability to understand the internet, pirating stuff like there's Beershare, LimeWire, all this stuff came from him. He taught me so much. And the way we met, I was in church one day just by myself, waiting for my mom to come downstairs. And my mom was like, and he just came up to me. I showed you a picture of him. He's like the brolic guy in one of the pictures. He just came up to me. He wasn't brolic back then. Small, skinny kid with a big ass head. But he was confident. He wasn't the best looking guy, but he was confident. And through that confidence, he was able to attract women. And now he looks a lot better than he did before, but back then, wasn't anything special. He just came up to me because he was like, hey, do you like this girl? So there was this big ass girl that was just walking past, and he just pointed at her, said, hey, do you like her? I'm like, I could hook you up. And I was like, wait a minute, what? And then, the more I went to church, the more I interacted with him, and then the guys were assholes because he basically had a little crew to himself. And these guys were dickheads. They would throw my jacket in the tree. Like I would get mistreated like a fuck ton because I'm the quiet kid. And just mind my own business.
Rev the engines.
So while these guys that I was talking about yesterday, while their Trump praise disappoints me, it was through interacting with them that I was able to grow as a person and become the person I am today. And for that, I'm forever grateful. The guy, like I said, taught me a lot of stuff. He wasn't here yet. He wasn't there yesterday. He's in California. But
Rev the engines.
it was that one moment that changed my life and who I am. And if it wasn't for that, I probably would be in a similar situation to you or to other guys in general. I feel on the wheel, feeling this desire for marriage or whatever. And most guys do. That's just normal. I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm the weirdo here. I'm definitely still the weirdo in this situation. Most guys long for that interaction. I just don't long for it because simply having it doesn't make you happy. Being married does not make you happy. Being married to somebody you genuinely love is what makes you happy. But to find that person you genuinely love is such a improbable situation. And then again, it's also about settling, so you can find somebody you're willing to learn to love, just as much as you're able to find somebody who you could just outright love, and then you have to really distinguish: is it love or is it lust, or is it simply
Try and stop me.
just want to put your dick into something? You didn't really care at the time. But anyway, so yeah. I think time for money to start making this. The best thing you can do is look physically attractive. Dress well. Maybe find yourself a style that actually fits your body. Maybe I know if you wear damn, I get so much less results from just typing in average male. When I type in models, I get a whole shit ton of lists. This I get I barely came to scroll down. But yeah, the point I was trying to make here is just find styles that fit you, your body. Maybe a Hawaiian shirt. Where's this guy? By the way. But dressing well, looking healthy. A whole the first step in being able to probably just looking nice. But again, it's hard because the problem I have is that I buy a lot of clothing, but I don't really go anywhere. So it's just like, okay, I bought this clothing to dress well, but am I really going out that much? The answer is no. Yeah. Where is it? It's a black guy, right? Why is it give me black jeans? I'm getting more black jeans than black guy. Yeah, I'm just getting African. Oh god. I'm actually curious. How do I dress? I think I do dress like a stereotypical African American. Okay, maybe I don't. But I would. I would dress like this. You want to fit it. You want basically tapered, slim fit, where it hugs your ankles. Something like this. It's a tapered, slim fit that hugs your ankles. I appreciate your help. Take my leave and cope with my own friend I got on Discord and play some rivals. But I really wanted to know the Kingsman situation. What you thought of it? The damn action. That's gonna really pick your brain on that one, I guess, next time. I guess next time. Guess it's time for some Enfield. And my computer's crashing. Great. No, I'm fine. That's the whole point. I want to hear your controversial points. That is 100% why I'm doing this. It's just us here. I'm expecting controversial. I'm expecting a bit of because I hold somewhat of a similar view when it comes to because I've been to many streams in Twitch and okay. I also hold somewhat of a as to how that situation played out. Where's my audio? Can I use that right now? What the fuck? Alright. Have a good game. And don't what's it called? Don't int your team. Don't throw. I'm not used to League of Legend lingo. My audio is not there. Am I deaf? I can hear my voice. What is happening here? Why is there no audio? And why can't I use a controller? Oh yeah, turn this down. I remember now. I remember. Turn it off. So how do I use a controller? How fucking... Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can't do this to me. No. No. This game is already dead to me now. Oh, switch. Oh, thank God. Ah.
Onium is the pillar of life. The link that connects
Int is a league term, but I know the term, okay.
expedition
See, only can use it to league?
field.
I can't use it to describe other things. I thought int was a universal thing. A universal term. Do I jump over this?
This will be a difficult campaign. Zip across when you're ready.
It means intentionally feeding enemies. That's not the case. What do you mean? If you're not killing the enemy, you're throwing, right? If you had the kill and you didn't kill the person.
The enemy is here. Time to fight.
What does this sound like, Alejandro? Sino's voice actor. Oh, why is my ping so bad? Man, I remember they were so obsessed about perfect dodging.
Angloy. A most alien life form that never tires. For over 100 years, we resisted their rule and devastation.
Perfect dodging is actually difficult. It's not as easy as what's his name? Wua. Like Wua perfect dodging is easy as fuck. This gacha game might be a little bit demanding. Enemy gets stronger if you die. Okay, so I won't be saying int anymore.
The Angloy grow in numbers. Press on. This challenge cannot stop us.
Get crushed.
No second chance.
Oh, these focus level 50.
Your end awaits.
I guess it's spam ults, I guess, huh? Stamina bar. Not open world, huh? There's a big ass monster over there, I think. Yeah, there is.
legacy. A tomb. A lonely soul, never meant to bear such burdens. In the end, you chose not to let go. We can no longer retreat. Let's strike forward.
The fuck up?
Use your true weapon. Forge a path for the living.
We could warp reality to make machines. Where have I seen this before? Who've done this? I know there's a a show with a Oni that could morph his bloods into weapon, but I've seen something else that could just manifest weapon. Actually, there's a bunch of animes like that. Isekais to be exact. But I can't remember its name because it wasn't really that good. But you're like two isekais where the main character could manifest weapons. Like he's in medieval time where people fight with sword and magic. And these two guys are able to... Two different shows with two different main characters, but both main characters are in medieval time. Been isekai number one. Medieval time, and both have guns, IRL guns as their weapon of choice.
The end draws closer. Cross this chasm to face.
Then there's also that chick from My Hero Academia, Creati. They're big boobies. I forgot her real name. Momo.
Even you have decided to help me.
Where are these voices coming from? Am I going crazy again?
You might have a fracture.
You're the administrator.
She's still breathing. We can save her. Stay with me, child. We won't leave you. Right here. Feeling cold? Here, come closer. Feeling warmer?
These gravestones?
Name. How about Perlica?
You traveled beyond the stars, through death as chill as the cosmic abyss. Yet your heart kept hope alive. For our sake, and for the days to come, you sacrificed yourself. Truth be told, I've always wished that you would find the answer on your own. And find
Ooh.
your true self.
Man, is every fucking main character gonna be an amnesiac? Is this what I'm supposed to believe of? The hell's going on? Okay. This looked like something I would see in that show, that game, Expedition 33.
Careful, don't get hit. Now, break its arm.
Hey, we dodge anymore? See the fun. It's not. Did you say Endfield? Ran the wrong way. You got the fall.
Powers are running rampant. Unleash your full attack.
No second chance.
Why couldn't it be a big booby waifu? Like every character so far has been flat. Is Yvonne the only waifu in this entire thing? At least the unknown guy was thick as fuck. But and then the Wu character was kind of just random.
We must stop that countdown. Death is nearing the shore.
Well, I have a seizure.
Do not forget our promise. I'll be waiting in the north.
Bitch, you're so bland, huh? Looking. This is not. This doesn't excite me for the future design of the characters. The way she looks, she's just plain. I don't know what's up with this game and WoW. They don't give the characters rich color. You have a white butterfly, a white rabbit with a very white background. Yeah, that's not very appealing to the eye. That's all I have to say about that one. Not very eye-catching.
Do not forget your mission. Do not forget who you are.
I remember.
Who are you?
The Administrator.
Mm-hmm.
And you are.
I am.
Administrator, Endman.
So we went from a silver fox girl to a brown hair fox girl. What the fuck?
It's been quite a while.
I assume those are fox ears. Oh, is her? Did we go into the future or the past? But yeah, the character design bland. Fuck as fuck. Not impressed. Nothing has grabbed my attention. The nails look good though. The details are 10 out of 10. I just don't like the color. I know why everything has to look washed out and bland.
You're awake, Endman. It's all right. We're at a safe place.
Where am I?
This is the OMV Dijong, the base of Endfield Industries, and our home.
Endfield Industries.
Dijong. Enfield Industries?
Take a deep breath. We can work through this at your pace. This mask is a suppressor for stabilizing your vitals. You've slept for 10 years and your conditions aren't exactly stable yet.
This mask?
I can hardly recall anything.
We've been wearing this mask forever.
Who are you?
It would make sense if he didn't have the mask before, and then they put it on now to keep him stabilized. But he always wear the mask.
My name is Perlica. I'm the supervisor of Endfield Industries.
And who's the
you get
CEO?
acquainted with this place, I will also be in charge of your well-being. You might not remember this either, but you've always been the leader of Endfield Industries. You are the paragon and most important companion of every Endfielder.
Apologies. My mind's completely blank.
But for someone like you, this fresh new beginning might just work out. In any case, welcome home, Administrator. Your physical examinations are complete. We can now take you on a tour. This is our HQ. She is the pinnacle of human science and technology. Originium-powered multi-surface vessel, Dijong. There was a time when we were close to losing Dijong, but we followed your lead and saved the ship. Dijong survived the day. Ever since then, we've kept her at low orbit and minimum power. We're now repairing Dijong using ground-supplied materials. The ship is also where we develop new technologies.
Sorry. I remember nothing at all.
Don't blame yourself, Administrator. Follow me.
Alright, let's stop yapping. Let's see what I could do with the settings. Get this shit off, get that shit off. Wish you could do something about the overall Lighten. Like brightness and that shit. I guess you cannot, huh? But yeah, no one is beating ZZZ when it comes to NPC designs. ZZZ's waifus are some of the thickest in all of gacha gaming. Yeah, and everything here is pretty much up. Fox ears with tails. Or this girl has horns. With a demon tail. Not many humans, it seems.
functions look okay to me.
A majestic world, isn't it?
I saw it in my memories. It's...
Talos 2. Our home. Everyone calls Talos 2 a planet. But truth be told, it's actually the second moon of the planet named Talos. Much about Talos 2 remains a mystery to us. We're also facing enemies that once threatened our entire civilization. But since you're here, I believe that Endfield is capable of overcoming these challenges. You once carried this piece of Originium with you everywhere. Every Specialist Tech Division operator carries a piece of proto-rig. The mineral helps teleprotocol triangulation. This is your very own proto-rig, and it carries secrets, only privy to you.
It's responding to my call, and it seems to know me really well.
Everything we need for our survival would be impossible without Originium. The mineral powers our machines, and is the basis of the arts we wield. When we first arrived at Talos 2, we planted Originium upon this new world. The spark from our distant origins was meant to create a new place to call home. But war destroyed our first landing. Though we achieved victory, we paid a bloody toll that left us battered and ruined. To revive our civilization, you led Endfield and developed the proto-rig technology, as well as its ultimate evolution, the Protocol Automation Core.
The fruits of our labor.
Yes. Our plan is to deploy automation cores throughout the civilization band. This will boost our industrial capacity and fulfill its special mission.
Special mission.
Reboot of life. Someone very important commissioned us with the Zeroth Directive. Your awakening, as well as the mission and plan I mentioned, are a part of it.
So, who commissioned it?
You did.
Supervisor Perlica, we got a situation. Is the administrator by your side?
The Endman is with me. What's happening, Fiona?
We got a max level alert. Our planned landing zone. No, the entirety of Valley 4 is in danger.
その間スショウは剣の上で対敵するわ。攻撃ボタンで雲弾の方を放ち、危険を生成し敵を攻撃するの。
Just moments ago, simultaneous self-destruction occurred to the orbital landing relay drone squadrons. The communication blackout is expanding towards Valley 4, and the status of facilities along the route is now unverifiable. At the same time, we are picking up extremely intense anguloid energy signals in the affected area. We are hailing the hub base on every channel. So far, they haven't responded.
I might hear two different languages.
The plan was to bring the Endman to the base in 10 days. But the hub...
We can't wait that long. Fiona, prep for my drop at once.
Wait, now? Okay, I'll run the checks. There's surface interference. Current situation is too risky. Unguided emergency drops might deviate. We'll drop you to the area near the base. Out of concern for safety.
Director Chen and Andre are at the hub base. In accordance with the contingency plan, they will take control of the scene as critical events happen. Fiona, keep hailing the hub base, regardless of whether we've received any response from them. Inform them that I'm coming soon. Also, tell Operator Chen to rendezvous with me there.
Roger, we're prepping your drop.
まっすぐな彼女にとって物事は常に単純なのよ。
Initiating
怨
alignment.
怨の片
Target
付けも
Valley 4.
煩悩を払うのも一見のみ。必殺技ボタン長押しで退去剣気の最終奥義退去剣心を放ち高い氷だ。
All systems green for landing.
Fire away. Destination, Talos 2.
Need a progress update, Fiona.
I'm still trying to re-establish contact. Wait, Perlica! We have multiple unknown objects coming in fast! Watch out!
Anchors? Hold on tight, Endman. Stay close to me, Administrator. Administrator! You alright? Are you hurt? I'm okay, but we'll have to walk the rest of the way. The angle I even managed to reach this place. The situation in the field is far more severe than our previous estimates. I actually hoped for a gentler reception than this.
When do I start here? I guess once I see what the combat's about, like the actual combat. I get some gotcha characters on my team.
The hub base still isn't picking up our calls. We need to hurry.
But yeah, this is not open world. Frankly, this is what ZZZ should be like. Semi-open world. We just run down corridors.
This Anglos looks dangerous. We need to be cautious. We can focus our attacks to bring down its defenses.
A lot of the mechanics around this game is still focus on the final attack. It's interesting. That's how you get a skill point, and this is also how you stagger enemies. By doing your full chain. That is interesting. Well, I think they already have it in the game where if you dodge it, you don't. Is this Alejandro though? This sound like him. No, it's not. Just sounds like him.
That's it, Administrator. Let's use the same tactics to take down the remaining enemies.
Is it guaranteed crit? No.
The gate looks severely damaged. I don't think we can open it. Administrator, let's look for another way around this.
But yeah, this really reminds me of Final Fantasy. Huh? The environment. You actually have to pick things up, that sucks. Just like in Genshin. Mail, what do we have in this? A garbage mail. Wasted friendship. One of these things will kind of look like Silver Wolf, like this thing right here. Did I get characters? I can't select a team. Okay.
This rope looks sturdy.
Is it the
Some of
rope or just the
survivors
energies
probably left it here.
type thing?
Hello? Hello?
Remember, this is voice though?
Chan isn't picking up the call. Forget it.
Genshin could never.
Call's out of here.
Maybe we should use this.
Back in Genshin, you have to read that shit.
This should be the way. Let's continue, Endman.
You have to hold it down, unlike in Genshin. Graphics wise, yeah, the world looks great. Very grounded.
That is an anchor. Anchors are
Very
capable of
grounded.
spawning anguloy.
I don't really care for the bland colors of the characters, but it does feel fit the aesthetic of the world. And I guess the best comparison, because both games use the same Unreal Engine. How does this look compared to WoW? I say this looks way better than WoW. This looks significantly better than WoW. This is a Chinese game. The sign is fully English. If this was a Hoya game, like some parts would be written in Chinese and some parts would be written in English. But I wonder if you change languages, the sign also changes.
We need to break through here ASAP. Time to adopt team combat tech. Endman. Arc support ready.
Bounce strike is successfully triggered. Pelican combo with combination attack.
Seize the chance to press the attack. Our strikes are more effective when we coordinate. Let's take down these enemies together, Endman.
Can I switch characters? Oh, I can. The L1. L1 is to switch characters. Cool.
Damages are so severe. Director Chen has always kept the hub base in good order. But if she lost control of the area, things inside the base could get bad. I hope for the safety of our people.
Like, wait, characters also set. I'm gonna do co-op for this. People are dying. Are they people? Are they Therians? As they're called, you know?
Look there, Endman. We must act now.
Like this nonsense. We got a big one incoming. Get to cover. Need to fall back and regroup.
Lead them to us. Careful, Endman.
crushed.
Supervisor Perlica, you arrived at just the right time.
Did we?
Our
A
temporary
bunch of people
defenses
seem to
have been
have
breached.
died.
If you weren't here.
And I'm glad that you're all right, Director Chin. I believe you have a sit.
Director Chin. Oh, it's spelled with Q.
Yes. An anchor fell right into the base. The thing won't stop spawning the Angoloi. We've sent all our injured personnel to the control tower. There are just too many Angoloi, and they will overrun our security division eventually.
We must find a way to stop the anchor.
Supervisor Perlica, may I ask who this...
Ah, of course. This is our administrator.
Administrator? Are we talking about the Administrator?
I guess.
Apologies. Many operators in Valley 4 have never seen you before, Endman. News of your awakening gave rise to plenty of gossip and rumors. When we received the message from Dijon, the entire crew tried to plan a welcoming ceremony, but just a few days later, we were suddenly attacked. I didn't expect you to arrive here in the midst of the battle.
We're here to help, Director Chin. Do we have any news about the missing personnel? How many of our people are outside the base?
It's hard to say. The Angoloi just kept attacking. Security Division can only maintain a limited security perimeter.
People here are in danger. I suggest we delay our earlier arrangements, Administrator. Good, Administrator. I knew you would say that. Director Chin, we'll handle the hostiles in the base and direct any of your missing staff to the control tower for safety.
Wonderful. Your help will set my mind at ease. Good luck out there.
By the way, I'm not seeing Mr. Andre anywhere. Where is he right now?
That silly old man. He went off trying to be a hero again. That fool never stops treating his projects with far more respect than his own feathery hide. Anyway, if you see that old fool, tie him up and haul him back to the control tower. This might be the only safe place left in the base.
We'll find him. Have faith in us. The anchor at the old factory is still spawning Angoloi. We must first eliminate this threat. Time to initiate our mission, Endman. The stabilizing core of the anchor is its weakness. Take that out, and the entire construct will disintegrate. The core itself is fragile, but the real challenge is the Angoloi swarming around it. A tough fight is inevitable. A cluster of smaller Angoloi. We must stop them.
Here's our chance!
Stay strong, people! We're winning! Two more! Stay in the fight!
Oh man.
Are you all right?
Uplift, knockdown,
Supervisor
crush.
Burka. Thank goodness you're finally here. We assembled here after the anchor fall and managed to hold on to this place.
Did you?
Okay, I guess we held on to this place until 5 minutes ago. I understand, but I must tend to the wounded. Wait, you're injured as well. This is where we grow buckflowers. Buckflower powder is a common pharmaceutical ingredient and it's easy to make. Take some. They'll come in useful.
Did I get one?
This will give me a peace of mind. I'll stay here and care for the injured for now, and then join up with Director Ching when we could start moving again. I look forward to your good news.
We're facing more Angler. They must be neutralized so we can push through.
Take them out!
Hard support ready. Here's our chance!
Ready to strike. Crystallize!
Sterilize this area! Here's our chance!
Crystallize! Engage!
Terminate!
Take this!
Cute.
This is the anchor, but its core is not here. No.
How
All
interested
active anchors
am I in
develop
this
that
game?
way.
Well, then again, it's still the
This anchor
the
plunged
intro,
itself
so
deep underground. That's where its core should be. I've seen the hub base building plans. This old factory
I'll
should
keep
have
going.
an underground floor that we could reach.
and not
If this
hold
basement
any
area is
opinion.
stable,
But for right now,
we should
not
be able to
interested
reach and destroy the anchor core.
at all.
Let's go, Endman. This should be the way.
Not even a little bit. You look up interest, and my interest is at all-time 0. Environment is great though. Like, this is what the ZZZ environment should look like. You just running around this endless highway. Nothing but my friends beside you. We'll never give in. We'll never
Lance
rest.
Breakers? What are they doing here?
The Advanced Valley is the ultimate test from the earth to land.
Here's our chance. Look there, Endman. We must act now.
Why, tell us! Supervisor Perlica! The anchor! Take out the anchor!
Feeling like Owen Wilson.
Chen. Am I the first to arrive or what?
Nicely done, Endman. And thank goodness you arrived on time, Chen.
Awesome, right? What do you think of that move? I'll show you an even deadlier killer move next time. A single swing will take anything out, guaranteed. Administrator, I'm Chen Chen-yu. Or Chen for short. If you got a problem you need trimming, my blade is... Oh, Perlica also told me about you. Every time she mentions the Endman, she just goes on and on and on.
We should check on Mr. Andre. Mr. Andre.
The lab. The prototype. Enemies! Did you fight them off? You are... Endman! You're really back! I thought you'd be here 10 days later. You're not hurt, are you? And what's with... Never mind that. Thank goodness you're back. Endman, it's been 10 years. We finally did it. We cracked the project you left behind. Puccini and Popov can finally rest in peace. During their final moments, they lamented that they couldn't deliver this solution.
Endman, this is Mr. Andre, our resident Endfield technical expert at this site. He is also the chief...
Huh? What's with the formal intro? Wait, did Endman really... This isn't fair. Why? Why does suffering...
We should set aside the details for later.
That's because I saw the anchor crashing into the old factory. So I rushed over here to check...
Is this the contraption you were protecting? It looks really expensive. You must have spent quite a bit of time on it.
It would be unfair to say that this is my work. A friend of mine left this prototype to me. I'm very grateful that you... Now that the anchor has been taken out, there shouldn't be any more Angaloi around. We should quickly get our base back up and running.
Leave it to us. By the way, Director Chin requests your immediate return to the control tower.
Oh, so, what was she like when she asked about me? Oh, dear. I'm...
This is an all-channel broadcast. I repeat, this is an all Security Division combatants are to assemble at the base entrance ASAP.
I believe Director Chin needs help at her place.
Go and assemble. I'll be with you shortly once I'm done checking the machines.
Chen will keep Mr. Andre safe. Let's go and support Director Chin. Those landbreakers. Were they here to loot our base amidst the chaos? But showing up right after the anchor fall? That's too much of a coincidence. Things could be more complex than we thought. Our original plan was to deploy the protocol automation core nearby and run some tests. But with the hub base severely damaged, we need to get it up and running first. What's going on, Director Chin? Landbreakers. And so many of them.
This isn't the worst of it. Look over there.
That place. It's the deployment area we reserved for the automation core.
From the scale of the rising smoke columns, the deployment area has completely fallen. This area was completely surrounded by Angoloi, yet these bandits still got through. How did they manage to slip in without anyone noticing?
Those landbreakers we encountered were probably just their vanguard. Director Chin, is there anything—
Security Division gathered as much intel as they could. I'll sync it with you. We have yet to recover from the anchor fall. Power's still out, and we've taken heavy casualties. The Angoloi destroyed many backup cables. Our systems are failing. The attacking landbreakers have been confirmed as the Bone Crushers. Their objective remains unclear at present. But their assault was too well timed to be accidental. If the current situation persists, we will not be able to successfully deploy the automation core. We can use the resonance tower to activate Originium for power, but its energy cost is steep. It won't last long.
We have another option available. If we can deploy the PAC, we can restore base operations.
You mean, we power the resonance tower with the PAC?
Yes. We can use the AIC to set up a power transmission relay. Once the resonance tower is activated, the base will get some respite.
But there are so many landbreakers along the way. If only we could weaken them.
Of course
course we can. Landbreakers? You got a team of pros, Director Chin. Enman, you saw what I did, right? I know tons about fighting.
I'm afraid my creaky bones won't let me swing a weapon. But I can still offer plenty of help with the automation core.
But should we come up with a more foolproof plan? There are just so many LBs outside.
Have faith in us, Director Chin. I'm not just the supervisor of Endfield Industries. I'm also the acting lead of the Endfield Crisis Team.
I'm part of it too.
God damn, girl.
Excited to work with you,
Multitasking
Enman.
much.
I'm sure there's a lot I can learn from you.
What is Enfield? Oh, Enfield is a corporation. Cause I'm like, why is there so much goddamn Enfield?
All operators accounted for. The team is ready for the mission.
Get ready. My blades are always ready, as they never rest. Alrighty, now let's go and teach those pipe faces.
Administrator, I'd actually prefer it if you can just stay and rest here. Fighting the land.
Is my outfit this Enfield written all over it too?
Appreciated. So we have a conclusion, Director Chin. The crisis team will whittle down enemy forces, deploy the PAC at the designated site, and transmit power back to base with relay towers to restore base operations. Mr. Andre, I'll contact you once the roads are clear. Apologies for forcing you to travel into the wildlands, but we will need your help.
No problem. I feel so much better knowing I can finally help everyone properly this time.
Stop puffing up your feathers, old man. Administrator, Supervisor Prolica, and Operator Chen, do be careful out there. Before I forget, the TP point is not part of the base's power system. If there's something more that you can handle, just head back to base and rest. We're counting on you. Endman, let's first activate the teleprotocol point. TP points will let the team move around faster, and... Andre just updated me about your condition. Please keep yourself safe out there.
Leviathan. What is this? I don't have any of wishes to do a damn thing. Forced to wish? Okay. Guess I'm not forced to wish. So this is just
Why do I...
Catcher, Op Team Z7. My... And
tall.
Enman, how up...
Yeah, that's the characters I got. Day 2. Okay, what else was there? So, third day you get this garbage character. This seems to be the battle pass. Protocol passes. Oh, weapons is interesting. Nothing crazy. Nothing abnormal at all. What else is there? There's
Originium will carve a path for
Originium.
Over here, Edmund!
Lots of menus. Lots and lots of menus. Some might say a little bit too much menus. Not me though. Is this also 6 constellations? It looks 5 right now. The Long and her blade have embarked on a great adventure. Cute. We have a bunch of 3 stars. Things take forever to like there's a bit of sluggishness when it comes to navigating this menu. And it's just a bit annoying. And you get artwork for each shitty ass character. So that's so cute, I guess.
All operators accounted for. The team is ready for the mission.
These are 3 stars. I ain't gonna lie. I am not interested in this game.
I'll protect everyone.
At all. Not even remotely. Nada. I am quite because basically I have to learn brand new characters and how they synergize, and I'm just like if this ain't intuitive, I don't want to do it. And I think these are supposed to be those things. They're supposed to be oculis that you find in Genshin.
Those landbreakers are giving us a show of force. It's rare to see LBs this arrogant.
Of the 3 major landbreaker clans, the Bone Crushers are the ones who actively respect violence. According to intel from the SOW, this clan has suddenly stopped their extended infighting and launched multiple raids on other minor factions. We don't have any further intel yet. The only thing we can confirm,
I guess Yvonne is the thickest one available.
the entire Bone Crusher clan.
Why am I HP so low?
R&R complete. Team, make ready to continue our operations.
Hear that sound?
Clearing the way for the rescue. All variables within estimates.
Ready to strike. Crystallize.
We made another step forward, Enfielders.
Great teamwork,
Wanna come snowboarding with me, Endman? Wonderful performance, and it's also usable in extreme environments.
Come get some, you blight-eating scabs! Workers of the UW will never back down!
He's with the UWST. We've got to save him first.
Buggers, rake 'em up!
Strike, man! Forward!
Ooh, I'm okay. Those LB scab eaters won't beat me that easily. Wait, you're Enfielders! I saw that anchor fall right... The Angaloyan LBs kept trying to get into this place while tearing apart everything we built. We could barely hold them, and had no choice but to beat a fighting retreat. Anyway, appreciate the help. I gotta fix our facility. I still have 2 buddies out there. If you see an Alafia and Fort, tell them to bring their arsenal. I'll get myself ready for a major slugfest.